Good. So, hips and hammies and our jammies, one of my most favorite uh, practices, at least for my body, to just kind of release some of that tension that's in the hips. And when you have the tension in the hips, it also kind of rolls into that low back area. So, if we can relax the rest of the body and we can open up this area, we can also help open up the whole back body. So again, I've got you on mute. You have the ability to unmute at any time if you can't hear me. But as you come down onto your back, just taking a moment to maybe close down the eyes. Maybe for the first time, feel into the breath. Lots of options with your legs, but it is a hip class today. So if you feel maybe a little open enough, bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to go wide. And this is, again, a great place for blocks or pillows underneath those outer thighs, because we don't want the tension of those inner thigh muscles holding the knees up. We just want those legs to relax open. Feel the space from one hip bone to the other hip bone. Maybe resting the hands on the low belly. And just greeting our practice, greeting our day, and coming into our breath. Maybe deepening the breath, and if Ujjayi breath is in your practice, that constriction of the throat that allows the mind to hear the breath as it comes into the body and as it leaves the body. Maybe begin that Ujjayi breath. Sometimes when our minds are scattered and we have 1,000 things going on, just to listen to the breath, and that Ujjayi breath right in the constriction of the throat is a beautiful way to do it. So allow for 3 more rounds of breath. And if you are in a reclined cobbler pose, bring the hands to the outside of the thighs and just draw the knees together and just pause for a moment. Roll to one side, remove whatever's underneath the body, whatever props you're using. And then allow the body to go long into a long stretch. Just like you're waking up first thing in the morning, kind of wiggle around. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice hug. Take a rock from one side to the other. And then returning here to a level pelvis so that you can feel the hip bones evenly on your mat. Hold the left knee in and extend the right leg long. And it's your choice. I prefer always to have a very active right foot, heel pressing away, just kind of engages all those muscles from the ankle to the calf, quad, right into the hip flexor. And just give that left knee a hug. And we're just going to begin to work into the left hip. So it's your choice. You can hold on to that left knee with the left hand, or you can extend both arms to a T or a cactus. Send that left knee out to the left. We're going to start these big, slow circles. The rest of the body is totally relaxed and still. And you're just working that femur right into that hip socket. So maybe you take 3 or 4 here. And then you reverse it 3 or 4 the opposite way. And then we're just going to drop into that resting tree pose. So the sole of the left foot's going to come into that right thigh. The left knee is going to just fall gently open to the side. Again, a great place for a block or a pillow if you need the support. And as you come into your resting tree, do that whole body scan here. Tension in the face, in the shoulders, constriction across the chest. Change your arm position. Maybe just bring the hands to the body. Feel the space in the lower pelvis. Just relax the belly soft. And just settle here just to begin to open up the hips. And we'll take 3 breaths. An option is just to stay right here for the next couple breaths, just to allow the body to settle into the position. But if you do feel open, pick up that left ankle, place it on top of the right thigh, keep that left foot flexed, and again, let that left knee fall a little deeper here. It's got a lot more space to fall, and just notice what that feels like. And take a couple breaths to just relax the body. And if the ankle is not already placed on the right leg, please go ahead and do that. Take a bend into that right knee, plant the right foot by the right sit bone, and just pause there, level out the hips one more time. And maybe you bring the hand inside that left thigh to just encourage that left knee away from the body. And we do this gently because it's a big stretch going around the left hip. Just notice what that feels like. Soften again the face and the shoulders. As we begin to work deeper, everything else kind of tries to tense up a bit. So just see if you can relax and breathe and enjoy the stretch that you feel here. And we'll release that and counter that stretch by letting that knee fall in towards the chest, over towards the right side. Maybe the hands encourage it to be a little bit closer to the body. And maybe you begin to feel the stretch through the glutes, that piriformis, down the IT band, and relax everything here. One more breath. And release and come back to that figure 4 shape. Maybe the knee automatically knows to fall away from the body. Otherwise, again, you can use the fingers to help. Taking in a full breath, and without the use of the hands, pick up the whole leg structure and draw it in towards the chest. So here, both feet are flexed and active. You're using the strength in that left hip to draw everything in. Just pause for a moment. And then to deepen, you can interlace around the right hamstring, draw it in maybe a little bit further. Taking in a breath, extending the right leg up towards the ceiling, beginning to extend through the calf and that hamstring. Maybe circle through the foot, point and flex. Spread the toes, bring a little bit of movement there. And then pause, see if you can draw the shin in a little bit closer, but at the same time, notice the shoulders here, just relax everything. And again, notice where you feel this. Rebend the right knee, plant the right foot. Arms go out to a T. We're going to take the whole leg structure over to the left. So here, the left ankle's riding outside that right thigh. Just weight and gravity here. We're not pushing or forcing. And just take a breath. Again, just beginning to open up through that right side. Next inhale, use your core, pick that structure back up, re-level the pelvis, and then take it to the opposite side. So this time that left foot's going to try and find the mat or a block or something to anchor. Placing the right hand around the shin or the ankle, just holding it down. And the same action, that knee points up towards the ceiling, feeling the stretch around that whole left hip. Again, we're not forcing it. A couple breaths. If you want to add to it, you can extend the arm overhead. Nice whole side body stretch to go along with it. And releasing that, inhale, everything comes right back up to center. Level out those hips. Pull that left knee back into the chest, nice and easy. Reach for the edge of that foot. Half happy baby here, just nice and easy. Hold on to the ankle or the calf or the foot, whatever you can grab. Draw that knee down, soften the belly, the shoulders, and the face. And then that right leg is going to go long one more time, stretching right through that hip flexor. Take a moment. And then we're just going to draw that left knee across the body just for a nice, gentle spinal stretch here. Nothing big. Maybe the gaze goes to the left as the knee goes to the right. And then we'll release that. Left knee comes back in. Let's join the right knee in. Take that rock side to side. And we'll just switch sides here, each one being different. We started on my less dominant side. So extend the left leg long. Again, make it active. Press the heel away and just feel all that energy up the leg and into that hip flexor. Hug the right knee in. And whether you want to use your hand on the knee or arms go wide, we're going to start that big circle here. So the knee goes out to the right, down, and back in towards the chest. The rest of the body, again, nice and still. Switch it around, take it the other way. And then resting tree on the sides. The right sole comes into the left thigh. The right knee falls gently out to the right. Again, use a prop, your towel, any support that you need so that you can feel the expanse across the low pelvis, the space from hip point to hip point, the beginning of the opening from the hip flexors and the inner thighs. And enjoy 5 breaths. Staying here if it feels good. If you want to deepen it again, just pick up that right ankle, set it on top of that left thigh, and let that right knee fall a little bit deeper. Again, the whole idea is there's nothing to do here but breathe. So just let gravity, weight, do the work. And again, if it's not already up there, place that right ankle on that left thigh now. Take a bend into that left knee and plant the left foot down next to its sit bones. So coming into your figure 4 shape, maybe the hand reaches inside that right thigh to just gently press the knee away from the body. And again, no force, just move to where you can feel the stretch there in that right hip. Probably one of the deepest stretches we get because we're never in these kind of positions here. 2 more breaths. And then we'll counter that, release the hand, let that knee fall in towards the body, over towards that left shoulder, maybe the hands on the outside of that right thigh, kind of encourage it in. And we begin to stretch that piriformis muscle, that low back, from the low back through the glutes and down the IT band. And then we'll gently release that, coming back to the figure 4. Again, encourage that knee to go away from the body, level out your hips. And without the use of your hands, power of the hips here, lift the leg structure up, flexing through both feet, drawing that right shin in closer to the chest. And just pause here and feel where the power is coming from in order to sustain this place. And take a breath. And then interlace around the left hamstring. Right elbow might help that right knee stay away. And then gently lift the left leg up to the ceiling. And you can bring some movement into that foot or ankle, toes. But again, the idea here is to focus on the right hip. Notice any clenching in the face. Again, re-soften those shoulders. Let the belly be soft. And then we'll rebend into that left knee, planting the left foot. Releasing the hamstrings, arms out to a T or a cactus or overhead, whatever feels good to you. We're just going to drop the leg structure now over to the left. That right foot coming down towards the mat, the block, whatever, maybe that left hand hugging on to the shin or the ankle. And again, see if you can point the right knee to the ceiling. That same stretch, it's just in a different format. One more breath. And then we'll release that. Bring the legs back up to that figure 4 shape. Level out the hips. And then send it to the other side. So this time, right ankle's on the outside of the left thigh. Use the weight of that ankle to deepen the stretch through the left hip and IT band. And again, arms can be overhead to take the full body stretch with it. One more full deep breath in. And out. Next inhale, core engages. Everything comes right back up. Release, bring that left knee into the chest, the right knee into the chest. Take a rock one side to the other. And then we're just going to rinse out the hips by bringing the hands on top of the knees, nice and light. Take those knees right and left like a big wide V. Send them down to the bottom of your mat like you're rolling onto your tailbone. Draw the knees back together into the chest as you roll up the spine. So take it nice and slow. You're not only working through those hips, but you're also giving yourself a nice little back massage as well. And then we'll reverse it. And I forgot the happy baby on that side, but we're going to do full happy baby right after this. So enjoy the massage. And then the knees come back to the chest. Separate those knees again, right and left. The arms reach inside for the blade edge of the foot or the big toe or your yoga pants, whatever you can grab so that you can bring the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. So we're dropping the knees down beside the outer ribs. We're softening the chest, the face, and just pause here. Then we're going to just allow the right leg just to go off on a diagonal. So kind of straightening, it doesn't have to come all the way to straight. Heel's going to lead the way to head towards where maybe the wall and the ceiling come together. Toes pointing down towards your face, but getting a nice stretch into the inner thigh. And if you can allow your body to relax here, see if you can just let that right leg fall. Let it fall out to the side. And as you come into this position, notice your rest of your body. There should be no effort at all here. Take one more breath. And then very gently, bring that right knee back into your full happy baby. Pausing here, maybe take a rock side to side. And coming back to neutral, we'll do the same thing on the left side. So that left heel is going to go off on a diagonal as you begin to straighten through the left leg any amount. Toes pointing back down towards your face. And then once you arrive here, let the body settle. And then let that leg just fall open, whatever amount it wants. And enjoy a couple breaths here. And then nice and easy, we'll rebend into the left knee coming back. Full happy baby. Take a nice little rock side to side. Pausing again in neutral. Both legs now, big, wide V. Heels lead the way. Toes now flare. Not only is this stretch through the legs, but also maybe you feel it through the wrists and the fingers and the shoulder tips. Relax the body and take 3 breaths. Nice and easy, keeping the legs like they are. Just draw them together overhead. Maybe the toes point down in the face. Maybe the heels come together. You're in a forward fold on your back. So heels go up, toes down. Take a breath. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together right above the head. Allow the heels to start coming down so like you're in a floating cobbler. Pause halfway and see if you can pull the feet in a little closer to the body. Relax the shoulders. And then we'll continue to lower the blade edge of the feet to the mat, knees wide. Reclined cobbler. Hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. And as you settle the pelvis and you feel the opening here in the low belly, we'll begin that rhythmic breath where the exhales are twice as long as the inhales. So for me, I breathe in for the count of 3. And I release the breath and my body for the count of 6. Breathe in for 3. And out for 6. And whatever count works for you, on that extended exhale, feel the body melt. Maybe close down the eyes. We'll close the practice here. In for 3. and out for 6. Namaste, my friends.